all to Vampire the Masquerade, the Frostbitten. Also, everyone got 10 XP because we forced Ryan to relive through his trauma. Anyways.
You're welcome, you rat bastards.
Thank you.
I am now the smartest here. Yes.
I am
In-game.
holding on to.
Yeah, out of game, the smartest person here is none of us, really. But now that we have everyone gathered, I would like to welcome you to Vampire the Masquerade. Last time... Fucking shitfuck. Last time we were here... Oh my god. Sorry, I have burps. Oh shit.
Do you eat a bean
burrito? We
burrito?
were just talking about... Guys, we were literally just right before the session, we were talking about what happens if someone drinks too much blood, and now we know.
I think it's this.
Yep.
No, but anyways. So, right now, focus. Last time, we had a bit of a downtime session. Everyone interacted with their touchstones, but a few things happened towards the end as everyone gathered at the hospital. The threads of fate and poor DMing pulling them together once again. And there, they found both signs of Sabbat activity that one must keep close to their chest, and also a guy
who hasn't figured out
Hold
he's
on.
a vampire yet.
Did I write down his name? Because he told us his name. I did not write down his name because I never found out his name.
Pretty sure I just put it on his... Let me look.
Did you put it on his picture?
Yeah, let me go to drawing room and see if I did.
I
Well, no, it'd
won't,
be,
It was like close to like before we did some of the other stuff.
No, I put it in...
Oh wait, this is a new
The
drawing
old
room.
version of
Oh, wait,
October.
fuck, did I not post it? Am I an idiot? Oh, right.
Oh.
This was still on the old server.
For reference,
Old server.
everybody, we conglomerate. I don't know if we ever talked about this.
Kevin.
We conglomerated ourselves into a singular server. And it
Yeah.
basically.
You were really disorganized beforehand.
I mean, we were organized, but we were organized in different places, which caused a lot of confusion.
We were
I'm glad to finally
unorganizedly
post-
organized.
I'm glad to post the most important character
Kevin.
first. Yeah, there's Kevin.
Where'd you put him? Oh, you.
Hunting for the holidays for some reason.
Goddamn channel.
All right, so guys, remember, it's still disorganized.
This server may be organized, but we are not.
Just stupid.
Okay,
This
there's
entire play group shares a singular brain cell.
and none of us have the rights to it.
Exactly.
Okay, so last time
oh.
we met a strange fellow called Kevin, who seems rather adamant about not being a vampire, or simply unbelieving in their existence. And currently you are bringing him to our good Lord and Savior Eisen.
I am staring at him.
I believe I brought my
stare.
limo because I was on the job. So.
Stop that,
Kevin?
Alana.
Yeah.
Kevin is currently sitting in the back of the limo looking around like, wow, this is fancy. It's like when I'm taking my business conferences.
You have business conferences? As I get right up in his face.
Alana.
He just circles back and goes, I'm not interested in prostitutes.
What? I am not a prostitute!
Oliver is cackling.
Really? Because, you're coming way close to me, you're wearing a skimpy outfit, asking about my money.
It was more your profession than your money, but sure, man.
Usually with girls,
Watch it.
doesn't become long before a proposition.
Watch it. If I punch you, you could die.
No, hey, no.
He over and goes, what are you, 17? I don't think you can hurt me.
Oh no.
Oh, you don't think I can hurt you?
Alana, no, hey, no.
Hold on,
no.
Excuse me. Where's my dice?
Oh,
dice
no.
go? Reese, where's my dice?
I don't think it's safe for us to have you have your dice.
Oliver
Zach's
is just
gone.
like trying to reach through the back seat. And he's like, "No, stop it!
You're in a
Stop
limo.
it."
You're nowhere close.
I
to
know.
where they are.
Stop it!
I couldn't stop her even if I tried. Just drive faster then.
I'm not getting pulled over.
I'm seriously having dice withdrawals. Where the frick did
I
they
don't
go?
know. Are they still in Reese's drawer over there?
They're supposed to be on this table.
Reese.
The werewolf ones are.
No, my table.
I was just asking him to check the table because that's where I knew they were last.
Huh.
You can just use the digital dice roller, or just use the werewolf dice.
How dare?
I need to borrow some of your werewolf dice, Reese.
I need to
Warning
check
about the
this
werewolf
thing.
dice, they have 2 spots for bestial failures.
Never mind, I'm not using the...
Beth, come over here. Hunter dice.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm gonna see how
It's the
good,
rolling
good
of
or
the
bad
chair.
my luck is.
Wait.
We
hope
know
that's
how
enough
bad
dice.
your luck is. We know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we know
so
why
I'm
you're
gonna-
gonna die alone.
I'm gonna roll
What?
a willpower to control myself.
Alright.
$5 is a failure.
I'm gonna let you tell me how difficult this is for your character.
Don't know. Wait.
What?
What's the normal difficulty for controlling your...
There's not like a set difficulty for it. It more so has to do with how difficult the task is in and of itself. I would say, you know what, I'll put this at like a... Is this something that annoys you, or fundamentally, like, I want to murder this person?
She takes great insult in being called a whore, seeing as she isn't.
Weakness thing, which is what more so set you off, would not be quite as much of an insult.
What?
Him calling you weak, how much of an insult is that?
That is also... She... Not as bad, because she's very much knowing how strong she is.
Well, you look like a 17-year-old girl though, and like
yeah, I do. That is
it's not
true.
like you're not like Ronda Rousey or anything like that. Like that's not what you don't look like that right now.
Yeah.
Would your character understand that and be like, okay, it's not out of the question for somebody to believe, like, that I'm not...
In
the
normal conversation, yes, but he also called her a whore, so...
What was that,
Oh,
2
okay.
dots?
2 or 3. Let's go with 2. Maybe 3. We'll go with 3.
Let's roll 2.
Okay. 2 successes?
2 successes.
And wait, did you just roll composure plus...
Composure plus resolve.
Hmm. I don't think this is a full-on... Oh wait, no, actually,
Oh god!
let me look at something real quick.
Please don't break my limo. I need it for my job, please.
Fury frenzies are a thing from social damage.
Where?
Yes, they are.
Sure, this would be a full-on fury frenzy.
You would swing. You could just say she swings.
I'm
And
looking
not
at
say-
something specific. I'm looking at
Okay.
something specific. There's a reason I'm going quiet.
Yeah.
Also,
think
I
know what
rolled
he's
way
looking at.
better on my full physical dice than I did on the dice
Did we
roller.
move- Did we move the dice roller in?
It's here. I don't think there's a
Game room.
It's game room.
It's in great
Okay.
game room.
Thank you. Just.
Is
Remember.
that
I'm
the
looking
right
at
dice
something
roller?
Specific. It's just gonna be a quick second. Yeah. There's a
We
lot of
just
dice
used it for the
rolls.
other thing last week. Is why there's other rolls already in here.
Oh, Realm of the Dark. That's what it was. Okay.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you for a second roll.
Okay. What am I rolling specifically?
You're gonna give me another quick second. Am I misspelling?
While
What are
we're
you
in
trying to spell,
downtime,
Kai?
I am gonna. Oh, sorry.
What are you trying to spell, Kai?
Here we go.
Oh, you found it.
So you're going to make another roll to resist a Fury Frenzy with a with a difficulty 2 minus Bane severity. So you're gonna minus your Bane severity from the dice pool.
2.
So that's 2.
I think all of us are 2s. Except
Yep.
for maybe...
Steven, probably.
So that means I have a total of 3 dice.
Yeah.
And
it's
this is
gonna
with
be
the hunger
difficulty
die?
2 since you have been insulted by an inferior.
Is this with or without the hunger die?
This is with hunger.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Don't make me pull his car over.
okay, so 1, 2. I rolled a 2 and a bestial fail.
You succeeded.
Oh, okay.
So we
It's
don't
only
need to
a
worry about bestial fail.
Yeah. I was about to say, it's only a bestial fail if you fail, right?
So, here's what I'm going to say. You basically look at this guy for a second, calculate the risks of what's going to happen, and instead of, like, instead of punching a hole straight through his chest and fucking donut killing him, you more so just, like,
Donut killing him was
punch
a
him hard
sin.
enough that he slams backwards into the seat, and despite the fact he shouldn't be able to do this anymore, just naturally, instinctually gasps for air.
Do not make me pull this car over, young lady!
You hit the fucking reset button on this man's organs.
Is
I
it
just
just
say-
those two there? Or, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well, all of us are in.
hilarious.
Yeah, all of
Don't
us are in the limo.
Call
but
me
yeah,
a
that's
whore.
Holy shit! Oh, what the fuck are they feeding kids in school now?
You'll figure out in a
What?
minute.
Okay.
How much
Who
longer we have,
specifically
Oliver?
is in
like 30
the...
minutes.
You'll figure
Everyone.
out in 30 minutes.
Alright.
Everyone's in the limo.
Yeah. You'll figure out in 30 minutes why she's like that. At least soon enough.
Hey! Don't make me pull... We will not get McDonald's after, I swear to God!
I
Why
broke
would
up.
you even
McDonald's?
go?
You're gonna take us to McDonald's?
That's why!
Do they still serve coffee this late?
Yes.
You
I've
probably
never been a
can't drink
fan of
coffee.
McDonald's.
Why couldn't... I can handle coffee, he says, rolling his eyes.
Really?
You
Try and
think
eat
Dr.
this.
Pepper could kill you.
I give him a candy bar. Go ahead and try and eat this. I give him a candy bar. I just have one.
He just looks at it and just holds it back out to you. I hate sweets.
How about
I
trying
want
to
to
eat it
force feed it
anyways?
to him.
I don't like this guy.
Are you gonna force feed him candy? Is he just-
Wait, who force fed him candy?
No, Oliver said Alana, force feed him candy.
And I asked
Oh,
if
yeah,
you heard
yeah,
it,
then I
and
would.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
As he starts pulling it back out.
Did it turn to ash?
Ugh. Oh god. Oh, well, it doesn't literally turn to ash. It tastes like ash. Unless I fucked that up. It doesn't literally turn to ash.
It doesn't matter. You can say whether or not it does.
I don't even think it was in his mouth for that long before he pulled it out. I was, oh god. Sweets taste even worse than I remember.
There it is. There it is. No,
What?
you can't have coffee or McDonald's anymore, friend.
I don't take coffee with cream and sugar. I'm not a pussy.
That is not.
That's not gonna change anything. You're not gonna be able to
I
handle
I
it.
don't
forgot
think
how
cream
annoying
and
the new
sugar
ones
was even
are.
brought up in conversation.
I forgot how annoying the new ones are.
Me, you, and Alana are
What is that
very
supposed to
similar.
mean?
So, if I remember correctly, this guy, the entire time has basically been like, even though he drank fucking literal blood
Yeah. And liked it, mind you.
and liked it, and
Yeah.
he's definitely a vampire, is it clear enough to Beck that this person is either severely mentally ill or the clan that's severely mentally ill, at least?
Give
Or-
me a wits insight difficulty, like 2. It's not hard.
Can I like driving? Can I look in like the rear view mirror? Can I like look at him and see if someone's like forced him to believe he's not a vampire, like mesmerized?
Ooh.
Give me a wits
me a
insight
second
difficulty,
to-
like 4. That's much harder
Ooh.
to discern.
Yeah, I think Reese is doing something too, so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think let's do
wits.
Reese's thing first. Yeah.
Okay. But how much did you wits what?
Wits insight difficulty 4.
I only have 3 dots. I mean, maybe. I don't have anything in insight, which is
Popping dice.
wrong.
That's the boy.
Exploding.
I don't know why. I should have dots in insight. but I don't
My
have dots in insight.
Initial wits insight is 4.
Okay, so here's what I will say. He, first of all, does seem to have a difficult time discerning reality. Like, he seems to have a difficult time, like, truly processing what's happening in front of him. And you remember him offhandedly saying something about remembering feeling weird after hooking up with a crazy girl? So, you might not have definitive proof, but, like, you're 90% sure he's a Malkavian.
Nick's gonna cut off my boy Ollie and say, think he's a Malkavian.
I mean, I didn't say anything. I was looking in the river mirror to see.
Well, that
Oh, either way, he looks over to you and says that.
well, that explains a lot. He's a crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Except you
That's
are.
the same clan. Like that's the same clan as Cyrus, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
I'm not
okay.
crazy, he says with a shrug. You're the ones who keep trying to tell me that I can't drink coffee.
You
I
can't
don't-
drink
I-
coffee.
I'm still
Well,
gonna. I would
No,
still like
hold on.
to.
He might be able to drink coffee because I can still eat food.
Yeah, but
Food
you
would
can
be
know
good.
like.
Me, you, and Henry are the only exceptions to the rule of we can eat.
I'm
food.
not going to. I'm not taking this idiot to McDonald's.
Oh my god,
we
am
can
I in a
test him.
cult?
Let's take him to McDonald's.
Oh my god, this is a cult.
You know, that's what I said at first too. Now that I think about it, you are right. You are.
Okay,
You're all
as
right,
someone
Mr.
who was
K.
literally a part of a cult at one point in time, I must say no.
I'm not joining Scientology, you can't make me.
Where
I
is
don't
anything
know what that
scientific
is.
in this?
Scientology.
Nick specifically is laughing his ass off
What
at
the
that
hell
statement.
is a Scientology?
Just
You know,
take us to the prince,
Honestly,
please.
I think I do.
Ow!
No, I think I do need shit Donald's right now to go down
Yeah,
with
you guys
this.
finally
You
pull up
can't
in front
even
of the-
shit.
Oh, just real quick, very quick. He might be a Malkavian, right? But
Yeah.
is there something? Because I rolled 4 successes. I got a critical and rerolled and got it. He's not cool. Just wanted to make sure.
As far as you can tell, okay, I'll be fair there. That's much harder to tell, but as far as you can tell, there's no signs of it. You would also, I would say, are starting to lean towards the idea that, yeah, he's probably a Malkavian whose madness in some way stops him from being able to fully process the supernatural.
Poor man's madness is gonna
God.
get him killed because it's a direct masquerade breach.
Yeah.
He's
If
breaking.
he can't recognize
himself
what
is
he
breaking
is,
it.
To be
out of
fair,
character.
as long as nobody teaches him what disciplines are and he never uses them, he can't break the masquerade.
No,
He can
No,
eat
not true.
someone.
Ryan,
Or walk
calm
into
down
the
for a
sun.
moment. But you gotta write you got the right thing. If he doesn't think he's a vampire, and he goes until he gets a hunger frenzy, every single time he gets hungry, because
He
he's just
literally-
trying to eat normal food,
He would just
that
be,
is a masquerade
my-
breach.
What was
Hold
my
on, is-
character's name?
is
He
this
would
in
literally just be
character?
Diego.
No, he's
Look
worse
at-
than Diego, because at least Diego knew what he is.
Okay, I was about to ask if this was in character, then you guys brought up Diego, so obviously it's not.
No, this
No.
is just the out of character statement of we recognize how fucking
I-
bad this
I
is.
promise we will get there.
Anyways.
Well- You said we showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed up
Aw.
outside of Eisen's place, and one of his ghouls comes to greet you as he looks at this guy, kind of surprised for a moment before going, welcome in, everyone. Nice to see you again, Mr. Renfield.
Hi.
Yo.
Hello.
Good thing I see you here, Kevin says. And, the
Renfield?
ghoul-
Wait, his last name is Renfield?
I'm not questioning it.
But he said
yeah.
see him again.
Yeah, I've come here before. I'm, what? Yeah, this is, Eisen's place, right? Well, he wouldn't go by Eisen publicly. Did you ever declare what his public name is?
I don't think so.
You have not officially told us what he goes by in public.
Isn't this the place of... Isn't this Copperfield's place?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Oliver is just like, there's like this like want to pull his gun out so bad, but he's just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm a
To
business
be
partner of
explained.
his.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Well, then you're gonna get
hold on.
closer in this aspect, then. What
I
you're about to
jump-
learn.
Out of the car.
And he just looks around. Oh god, fuck. Okay, I kept expecting this. I've tried to... I'm not fucking gay, okay.
Moron, keep moving.
You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna let the next part. I'm gonna let the next part happen as it does. I'll let Eisen. You know what? Nope. I'm out. I'm just gonna start walking.
Well,
I'm walking
okay,
to the-
don't you have something to tell him? Oliver!
I do. I'm walking towards the building.
You said
don't
walk. You didn't say what
I said
direction.
I'm walking. Where else would I be going?
So, can I say I rushed into the building and I'm yelling Eisen?
Oh my god. No, don't do that. Why are we doing
So, she walks... he walks
Look,
in.
I have a good repertoire with him. Okay.
Everyone goes into the building,
and
and
I'm
is
just like
guided
Eisen.
by Mr. Ghoul into Eisen's personal office, where he looks up for a moment before sighing and closes his journal and puts away some papers he was working on and just goes, Mr. Renfield, how lovely to see you again. Hey, Copperfield, he says, sitting down at a chair as he looks around at everyone else. I'm sorry, I don't quite have enough chairs for all of you.
I'm fine with standing.
It's alright.
Is this the one you told me about?
Yes.
Right.
He called me a whore.
It was funny.
Don't worry about Renfield, he's not trusting of women.
He called me a whore and then said I was 17.
To be fair, those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
He's not wrong halfway. At least on one of those things.
Someone had the balls to do that. That's why I'm laughing. Elle, don't look at me like that. Someone had the balls to do. That's why I'm laughing. Quit looking at me like that.
Just imagine her giving you a look now.
Just the glare the second and started giggling. No, hey, no, I'm not laughing at statement. I'm laughing at the reasoning why.
Bliss.
Shit, I dug a hole.
He snaps his fingers. Kevin, I've heard you're feeling strange lately. A little off. Think I might have some sort of anemia or something? Right. And this anemia you've been feeling, Is that been alleviated by anything? Well, yeah, these guys gave me some blood. Have you noticed
Drink
anything
it
else
right up.
strange?
Slurp,
Well,
slurp,
other
slurp.
than these guys, no. He looks up and says, "Whoever's closest to the door, could you please lock it?"
I'll lock it.
Gotcha.
Nicholas
Kevin
does so.
finally perks up a little at that and goes, "Oh, wait, what?"
Just gonna shut the door and lock it. Just be like, oh boy.
He
I just
take
I was gonna say, I just imagine both Nicholas and Oliver going over to the door and locking it.
I also said it too, but I guess nobody heard that.
Oh
I think
shit, I
that
didn't hear
all
it.
three of you are just
Oliver-
standing in front of the door.
Yeah, we're just standing there like, I can't wait to see how this goes down.
Eisen grabs his cane as he slowly pushes himself up from his chair and walks over to him. And then he drops the cane and grabs Kevin by the scruff of his shirt, lifting him off the ground with one hand.
There it is.
Oh shit,
And he
Eisen
just-
showing his strength.
He lifts him up and shows off his fangs, hissing before throwing him into a nearby couch.
And how
And
far did he throw him with that?
it was clear across the room. And he just he grabs his cane, but this time doesn't use it and just walks over with no sort of like ailment before putting it back down. And just going, "Did you notice anything strange?" And he just blinks out and goes, "Fucking hell, you been working out?"
Oh my god!
Oh, he might be a Malkavian. Just fair warning.
Kevin, you're a vampire. Vampires are real. No. Leilani, may I ask you a small favor?
Sure.
Do you feel like using vicissitude?
What do you want?
Just anything undeniable.
Okay.
Don't touch me.
Exclusively touch him.
Hold on. What exactly? Oh, I have flesh crafting. Do I want to use it on myself or someone else?
Henry Fairkeep sounded exceedingly absolute to not touch him.
Damn it!
If you
Oh,
could
there we go.
tell.
Now I can hear.
You know, I did apologize for laughing, right?
The other Henry's right there.
Fair.
Shut up. Shut up.
I mean, if she tries to do something to you, another thing undeniable will happen.
That is don't. I did not justify
Okay,
it.
come here,
I
Henry.
did not justify it.
Henry, are you talking to?
Why? I would assume.
Yeah. I have to do a rouse check.
By the way, I
Woo?
did say I did not justify it. I didn't move. I
Never
just let her
mind.
approach me.
Remember you get rolls.
Yeah, I know. I passed.
Okay.
So it's resolve, which is
What does
3
the
dice for me, plus protein, which is
My question is, what does the
Another 3
parasite
dice.
think of this? What happens?
Is currently. You can feel the parasite sloshing in your body.
okay.
Ooh.
So you're resisting, right?
He didn't.
You better say no, boy. You better say no.
didn't, because he didn't back up when you were walking to him. He was just saying I didn't justify this, but he's not resisting.
Okay.
So he's not resisting,
So,
but he'd rather
it's-
not.
From what I'm reading, I roll resolve plus protein, and if they are unwilling, they roll a stamina plus resolve, and the difference is how much changes I can make. So if he's not resisting, it's whatever I get.
He's
And
not.
you are
Yep.
resisting, correct? You are
I
simply
am
allowing
not
resistance.
resisting. I was just making. Henry is being the Henry where he just goes. Ah, ah.
So that's 6.
Okay.
I get to do 6 changes to this man,
I want to see what the hell the
I would
parasite's gonna
encourage
do.
you to
which I
3 and
think
then
is
undo
the
those
max I
3.
can do, anyways.
What did you just do to me?
I would encourage you to do 3 and then undo those 3 as your 6 changes.
Yeah.
I
so-
suggest you leave one thing.
Keep your hate boner in your pants, Oliver.
I don't have a hate boner for him. I'm adopting him.
That
so,
doesn't mean that you can't have one.
Henry, you
I'm
start
sure Oliver
growing...
doesn't mind having another daughter.
Guys, continue.
Henry starts growing a tail, spikes, and wings.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, it don't like this!
Tight for a moment.
Because
Go. No,
she's
I think I
giggling.
like-
She's giggling maniacally.
You hear the parasite in the back of your brain go, I like this new form.
No, you don't! Shut up! No, you don't! Wait, you talk now?
Then you hear nothing.
What? What did I just hear?
He turns around and
Sure,
almost
he's
smacks
not a
Alana
Malkavian.
with his tail.
Like, can someone get classed wrong? Is that a thing?
By the way,
Kevin go, ugh, wait, the kid's a furry?
by the way, just that Henry looks like this abomination. He's just. I can make myself look scarier, actually. I figured out how I could do this weird thing with the parasite. I can forcefully move it to my jaw. Henry grabs his jaw and he drops it down. And it looks like one of those weird, like, open evil things.
Like fucking analog horror ass.
Yeah. He just drops it down and he pulls it back up and he goes, it's painful, but it's cool.
He just blinks and goes, fuck, you into like movies and shit now? Fucking
Okay.
crazy out here.
I say we call Silas, because at this point I'm just gonna I want to shoot him.
I undo the changes.
Oh.
Eyes and go, I'm quite sorry to hear that you've been affected so much. But right now, I'm going to need you to take this medication daily. As he says that, he goes over to a nearby safe, opens it to reveal a mini fridge inside, pulling out a couple bags of blood. He hands to him. Please, take a few sips off this every day. Keep it refrigerated. This will be your new anemia medication. Okay. As he sips from it. You feel better. Don't overindulge. Overdosing is quite easy. What, you a doctor now? He is. Do you approve of this medication? He says, looking at Fairkeep.
Thumbs up.
There. Nothing to worry about.
You might also have a mild hypersensitivity to the sun.
Yes,
Oliver's like trying to like chime in and be like, okay, we're going with this, I see.
you might want to rest for the next couple days. My guest bedroom is open to you if you don't feel well enough to make your way back home. And you
Specifically, not
don't.
nights.
You see him, like, grab his shoulder and look him in the eyes and just goes, and you don't feel well enough now, do you? As, like, Kevin blinks and go, yeah, not really. Good. Let's get you along to your room. Please, take care of him. He says, picking Kevin up. And he, like, not, like, picking Kevin up, like, kind of, like, scooching him up. And
I imagine he's like, he's got like a handle and he's just picking him up by the back of his shirt, like handle
Yep.
style.
Exactly.
he just
like a
uses his
cat.
cane to lift him up.
Yep, exactly.
He's got like
Yeah. No, but he guides him over to a ghoul who starts guiding him away as he turns back around, places his cane on the floor, and goes, now, is there anything else anyone would like to tell me? Because otherwise, I am going to go punch a concrete wall until my foundation starts caving.
Please tell me he wasn't one of your special boys.
He was a very important business partner of mine.
Ah.
He was one of the people keeping one of my human operations the best.
Uh,
Well, Ollie go
He
and
said he dated, quote, crazy.
there,
chick.
well,
I'm
there
fully-
was something else. I have a friend, a priest, who he's a Catholic priest. I asked him to keep an eye out for like neat little symbols because I told him that's like a hobby of mine to like look at symbols and kind of like do that kind of stuff, and to tell me if he sees any because I'm curious about in scripture and stuff like that to see if there's anything interesting because again, neat little hobby. Oh, he did. He found he found something underneath a bench at the chapel at the hospital, and it was it was a Sabbat logo for meetings, and it had
And double
some
D
initials
initials
on it. Yes.
And those initials would be?
Double D. D and D.
I'm gonna give. Is there a way that I can give Eisen a look without conveying that I know this to everyone else? Like I know who this person is.
Call that? That's a good question.
I mean, I'm assuming it's some kind of subterfuge, but I don't know what else.
And I assume since we're all in the room, I guess we just get automatically roll to see if he's fucking lying or knowing.
No. I'm giving Eisen a look to show him that I know who this person is.
Ryan.
Okay.
And if you fuck it up, I'm gonna have it less be like, oh, you guys are in on it, and more be like, Eisen's just staring at you like, what the fuck does that mean?
Okay.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah, that's funnier. That's funnier.
We're gonna call this a DC. Because it's gonna be a very specific look to not let everybody else in on it. We're gonna call this like a DC 3.
Okay, I got fire dice. Let's see if this handles well. It handles exactly well. No critical failures, but only 3 successes.
Wait, does this mean we all have to roll?
No, I don't believe so.
Logically, I should let you, but I don't know if I want you guys to just get that reveal already just through dice rolls, if that makes sense.
That's fine.
Fine by me.
That's why I was asking.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just...
To be fair, if his character's bad at hiding the fact he's giving a look.
I'm not,
aware, like, I know, but I kind of want to save that reveal for later. This doesn't feel like the right point in the story.
I would rather that be a thing that my character outright comes and tells you guys, because I think that would be more interesting.
That's fine then.
Alright, yes. So, he just nods his head and goes, right. I will deal with all of this. I wouldn't worry your head too much. That just sounds like it could just be some rebellious anarch who learned a bit too much and is now trying to make us all afraid. But I'll look into it. It's nothing any of you need to worry your heads about. Now, please, unless there's anything else anyone wants to ask or tell me, please get out of here. I have certain frustrations I need to get out.
Henry unlocks the door and leaves.
Out of character.
Yep.
Very important thing. Happened literally last session. All of us had a touchstone at least. That was at the hospital.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
And where his new quest tree, and that happens a couple days in.
Would you like to tell Eisen that?
Yes. Nicholas raises a hand and says, each of us today have had a touchstone of ours hospitalized for, he does air quotes, liver damage.
Actually, I'm laughing slightly only because it makes so much sense Henry and I laughed because he's the only one that didn't.
Yeah.
He just works
Well.
there. Yeah.
My boy looks out to the door, except for Henry. That one.
He's fine.
Not that one.
I mean, the other Henry with a Y also makes sense because his only touchdown was already in the fucking hospital to begin with.
Yeah, he was just visiting. That was actually, she's doing better, if anything.
Indeed.
So both Henrys just leave. That'd be funny. But go ahead, continue with it.
He nods his head and goes, right. So for yours, I'm assuming it was this priest fellow you mentioned talking to?
Yes. But he is working on it. Bad alcoholic. The liver thing, that's been an ongoing thing. I don't think that has anything to do with actual alcohol, like tamperings.
I think my
you
friend
think he
just
did it.
overdosed on drugs.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, what exactly happened to yours? He says, looking at fucking Nicholas.
Out of character. Was it drinking too much in air quotes, or was it she got drugged?
I would also love to remember that. Give me a
I don't
second.
I don't think you stayed inside long enough to know, because after you brought her there, you got fucking Kevin came in, and then you took him outside to get the blood, and then you didn't stay long
right.
enough to figure out what it was.
Nicholas
so you had zero
says.
clue.
Nicholas then he says, I was not there long enough to figure out because almost immediately after I ran into Kevin.
I would incur. The sun will be setting before too long. You might want to make your ways home, but I'll investigate things. But at least for right now, it sounds like this was more a case of coincidence than it was tamperation. Than it was any sort of tampering.
Still something to note.
I'll keep it in mind, but I don't think it's anything to be overly concerned about.
Especially, I assume you did not know what had happened to Kevin?
I had not. It's
And if he
clear
was
that
close to you, someone might be targeting.
It's clear. It's quite possible. It's also clear to me that my information network is not as strong as it should be. I suppose that's something you are all here to help with now, though.
I give a little salute.
You are all dismissed.
Thumbs up.
Where
Oliver's
the
gonna let
fuck
everybody
is
leave.
everyone? You hear Henry say from outside.
Go inside.
Oliver's gonna let everybody else leave, kind of like under like the guise that he's gonna say a little quick thing about like, Louise's progress. Like that's what he's like pretending to talk about to Eisen, because I figured I figured everybody would like figure that he has like a vague interest in that now.
Yeah.
We'll just say everyone's out. And you say.
DD, Dolly Dagger. Let's just say I am intimately familiar with that one.
Brat. He just says with like no hesitation.
Brat. But also a former member, or at least as far as I know, unless she moved around, former member of my old people.
Kept full tabs on them, but I investigated some.
Out of character, it would be Pack, from what I read.
Yeah, Pack.
Yeah, it's Peck. Oliver never refers to them that way, though.
Got it.
He just doesn't. He has no respect for Sabbat terminology. He knows it. He just has no respect for it.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
He's certainly not going to call this leader a priest. I feel like.
Nope.
He just
knows
goes,
only one priest.
He just goes, I kept some insight on your group, and it does mean they've passed through the area, but I don't know if they're going to make a move quite yet. From what I remember of the little I knew of her, Dolly had always been a impulsive person.
A troublemaker for sure, yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if she simply did it to freak us out or something. And I'm not going to give her the reaction she wants.
Agreed. I just think it's important to her. My sister has a vendetta against me and has for the longest time. And she's probably priest material at this point.
Aware, but I'll keep an eye on things, I promise you. But I'm not going to panic before I know the information. And this information is not going to spread until I know what we're doing with it.
I It's exactly why I didn't say anything to anyone else. For other reasons as well, but mostly that. If I could suggest, maybe buffing up a couple of ghouls at the hospital, just in case.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright. Anything else you need to know, boss?
Need is for you to get out of here so I can punch a hole through my brick wall.
Unless you want to be that hole.
Got it. Nope, I'm leaving. I got you. Got you, boss. Have a good night. Have a better night.
Right, thank you. All of you get outside and then immediately hear a loud crash.
What took you guys so long?
Angry.
Louise updates. That's all.
I'm more also talking to everyone else, but sure.
We remembered to mention the fact that many of our close friends were in the hospital at the same time.
Yeah.
I point to Henry. His sister's always in the hospital, so that's no difference. Yeah, points to Oliver. Oliver Mulligan was probably faking his thing because I heard him talk through it without any troubles whatsoever, so I don't trust that.
Alcoholics are very good at hiding that they're alcoholics.
He is also he definitely had he was well over a limit. That man, just because he could talk through being drunk does not mean that he was not engaged. That man definitely has some kind of liver poisoning.
And my touchstones are all, well, one's not anywhere close to the hospital. One's with back in my family home, and the other works at the hospital, but she's off duty like I am right now. So I had no need to tell him anything.
Huh. I thought you'd be on call.
I am on call.
He's
okay.
on call.
His first name is Howard.
Is
What?
Howard
What?
Copperfield.
That was
In
so
hell?
It's Eisen's real his real name Howard Eisen Copperfield. People know.
The name he uses while interacting with humans is Howard Copperfield.
Okay.
Okay.
It's actually one of the more normal names.
What do you mean by that?
Given someone.
Storyteller? What do you mean by mortal? What do you mean by that?
Actually, oh fuck! Actually, no, wait! God damn it! I'm an idiot. Retcon everything I said. His last name is Fairfax.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't have to have the same last name.
I guess not.
Either way.
Are we retroactively going backwards? Is his name
I'm
still
confused.
Copperfield?
It's still Copperfield. Okay, ignore it. His name is Howard Copperfield.
He could also, fun fact, have multiple aliases.
He
Yes. He could, in fact, have.
Joe, that's
He
mind blowing.
can be Howard Copperfield. He can be Howard Fairfax. He can be Howard Fairkeep. He can be Howard Roberts. He can be Howard Beck.
He's
He
just
can be
going.
Howard
he's going-
Carron.
he's going-
Stop going.
No one touches my name. That's my name. That's all.
Nickel-
That's what I got. That's all I
Isaac,
have
man, what
left
are you
now.
talking about?
Anyways.
But
Nicholas Beth the Fourth.
Time to go home.
yeah, so you guys go. You guys, I'm assuming Ryan drives everyone around and drops them off.
Yeah, because I kind of just forced you guys into my car, so yeah, probably. I think that means Henry comes home with me.
Indeed.
Aw.
All right.
Shut.
If you don't mind, not like full on scene, but I want to zoom in at least a little. How you're settling?
Yeah.
Like, what is the sleeping situation currently? Is there a guest bedroom you're putting him up in? Are
Oh,
you still
you think I
out?
can afford a house big enough for that on a driver's
couch.
salary?
I'm on the
I either have offered him a place in my room because obviously we both sleep. We both have like when we go to sleep, we don't look the same. And I don't want Louise to see that. Or I'm like, or I've just like pushed him into the closet when he sleeps.
Oh God.
One of the two. I have either Harry Pottered him, or he sleeps in like on a couch in my room. Because I either moved the couch upstairs or something else. I don't know. But I'd like what would Henry want to do as well though? Because like I would be
I
accommodating.
just have the couch.
No, you like unless like
She might bring home friends.
Exactly.
You can't be out in the middle of the living room.
Does she
I
have
could
other
just sleep
friends?
underneath your bed.
Henry, sleep with me.
Just the immediate, like, he's like, I could just sleep under her bed, and Oliver just, like,
No, yours!
bleeding out of his
Yours!
ears.
Yours! Yours!
You're not sleeping under
yours!
my bed. I have
Yes.
stuff under there.
Fuck it! Fine, the closet it is then. God damn it! Can't have shit in this world.
Sleep in the tub.
No, well, I mean,
That's
She needs to be
more
able to
uncomfortable.
use the bathroom.
I
I'm
don't know, dude.
assuming
Do they
I
have
have my
separate?
own-
Yeah, exactly.
I have my own bathroom.
Yeah,
Well, why can't he just sleep in the tub?
exactly.
Like that one TV show, Kyle XY.
I don't know what that is.
The fuck
Nobody
did
knows
you
that
just
show
say?
except you, Beth.
You know.
Sure, you can sleep in the tub. That's
All right, tub it is. This is gonna be the most back destroying sleep of my life.
Well, you at least
It's
get a
a
pillow and
decent
a
sized
cover.
tub. Look, I'll sleep in the tub if you want. You can have my bed.
Nah, I got the tub. Don't worry about it. I'm guessing we're home by now, right? Like having this conversation, or are we with everyone having this conversation?
Home, I would assume.
Okay.
You're home.
Okay.
Wait, what does Louise say about all of this?
She just blinks and goes, "My life is strange."
She should be asleep by now, depending on what time we got here. They got there, sorry.
She is a 17-year-old girl. You think she sleeps at normal times?
She's a 17-year-old girl whose father starts his day at 5 p.m.
Well,
I think she sleeps at normal. Yeah, no.
so Mr. K, I had this weird experience. I know you heard it. It was when the flesh magic was being used on me. I'm gonna call it that. I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm gonna call it flesh magic because that's what it is.
Celerity, right?
No.
Flesh magic.
Vicissitude, sorry.
Anyway, flesh magic. Being warped and changed felt very weird. Now, I didn't think the parasite had a voice or could talk. Yeah, I heard it speak.
Oliver's just gonna put his hand in his because Louise is right there. Oliver's gonna put his head in his hand and just rub like the bridge of his nose, like, oh my god.
You're already nearly ghoulified her. What are you complaining about?
She is ghoulified
Yeah,
by this point in time.
You
Yeah.
good? I turned to Louise, turned back to him, turned to Louise, turned back to him. Like, there's nothing
He's
secret.
fine.
Like,
I don't like talking about it. Also, again, I don't know anything. I am not a doctor. I don't understand anything about your vampire parasite. All right. I didn't know we had.
Apparently, this is new.
Yeah, why would I know about it?
I need to get this shit off my chest. All right, not literally off my chest, because I might die if it leaves me. We don't know yet. But listen, all I'm trying to say is it didn't talk before, and now it does. It's a little concerning that when
It
the flesh
talked.
magic was used.
It talked through you? Why do you assume that it couldn't?
Well,
speak?
it talked through me when I was unconscious. It's never directly spoke to me before.
He's
It's
right, that
like,
is new.
how do I put this? We're a coin. We share the same thing, but we're two different sides of it. Whenever one of us is out, the other one should be active, and vice versa. That's how I view this thing. However, I have that thing on a tight leash now since I am no longer hungry. However, this is the first time that one face of the coin has been able to interact with the other face.
I can't. Okay, I want to be very clear here. I'm adopting you, not your parasite. Okay. Jesus Christ.
I understand that. Yes, yes, that's clear. That has been made clear.
Also, when is your sister gonna be able to move in here or no?
I think for a few
Plus some
months.
house complications.
Yeah, so
be
Currently,
fair,
yeah. I mean, like, is she going to eventually? Because I heard she was getting better.
I would hope so eventually, but I don't know with her illness.
Well, I mean, I heard, but she was getting better, right?
Yeah, she is actually getting better. She's managing to stay awake this time, which is amazing. But overall, it's just She still needs constant treatment, and he's grabbing a water bottle. He's just like shaking a little. He's just drinking. He goes, "Yeah,
Let's say don't choke yourself, but we don't need to breathe.
Okay,
I'm losing
is
it.
there
That's
anything
all
else
I'm
you guys
gonna
wanted
say."
to do here? Because I think I might cut it here since I didn't want to keep this scene too long.
No, yeah, you can. cut
Yeah,
it
go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything they want to note for doing for the night? Because after this,
Yes.
we're probably going to hit the time skip button.
Yes. One thing. Hey, Professor Beck.
What you need?
You mentioned earlier this night that there was a thing called damn it, Bethu. It left my brain.
The brain hole die.
Come on. What did it start with?
Vampire currency, guys.
Boons?
Boons.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just says something about boons.
Ah. So, money for us doesn't mean much.
Mhm.
Mostly because if we get found out, we gotta run away, right?
Yep.
And if we don't get found out, we end up with a lot of money.
Yep.
Normally. But it's only gonna last so long. Boons are, for lack of a better term, vampiric currency. They're favors. I give you, say, a minor boon, and you could ask me to run down to the post office and deliver a letter for you. How powerful you are depends on how important a boon is. For instance, if you gave me a major boon, I probably couldn't ask much of you. Not until you got a lot powerful. But if Eisen gave me a major boon, I could ask him to do most things in his power that aren't gonna get him killed.
Got it.
You see why it's a very important thing?
Yeah.
Now, normally, in most domains, some are different, like this one, there's a role called a harpy. Individuals, usually Toreador, that keep track of boons. Usually when you say you're giving someone a boon, even if you do it outside of an Elysium, you'd want to go to one so that the harpies know that person owes you a boon, or vice versa.
Oh. Okay.
You can't just out and go to an Elysium and be like, Eisen, I'm turning in that major boon you gave me, when no one, when he didn't give it to you, or no one knew he gave it to you. Unless you and that person can be considered reliable enough to give you that boon in secret and then pay it off.
Got it. So it's like favors.
Money can't buy blood sorcery.
But favors can.
He thinks for a moment. I don't think you could buy blood sorcery with money. Keep in mind, if someone owes you something, you can just ask for money.
She nods. Got it.
So be careful who you say you owe things to. Especially outside of our coterie. In coteries, things like minor trivial boons are just done because you're in a coterie and you're supposed to trust each other to do things.
and we're now a coterie.
Yes. Even technically before that, I think you were probably one of the closer people to what I would consider being one of my coterie members. Mostly because you were helping me and I was helping you.
Right. We're gonna have to tell Henry about this later. Because if I didn't know, he definitely doesn't know.
Till then, it's almost daytime.
Alright, I'll go
Pats you on the
crash
shoulder.
I'll go crash into my stuffed animals.
Okay. One quick thing that Henry wants to do before, because I'd assume he'd have a computer in his room. He is going to, because he was there with Oliver, he saw how he reacted to the Sabat symbol and double D. He's going to see if he can find, because he knows it from what he's talked and how Oliver says he said out loud to everyone that he's from like the Canadian Mafia or something, right?
Yeah.
That is something that Oliver does not necessarily keep under wraps to you guys, but
Okay,
yes,
cool.
he's formerly Canadian Mafia.
He's going to look at Canadian. One of them's a little bit more far-fetched, but can he look for anything that involves the initials double D in Canada? Like anything recent, anything like disastrous or mysterious, I guess?
That's gonna be I guess I'd call that a intelligence academic difficulty, like 7. That's broad.
He has at least 5 now, which is so scary.
I have 6 dice for that, so.
Okay,
we'll
that's
see.
still. I'm still asking for a majority of well over half of the dice to be successful.
Hey, the only other broader one was look through medical records of everything to look for names that involve that have double
People
D
that
as like
died
initiatives.
around the time he was supposed to.
Yeah, that had the
that
initials
would
double
take
D.
a little bit longer.
Yeah,
though,
exactly.
than what you have.
Exactly. So this is a broader spectrum, but we'll see. Okay, so first 3 because I only have 2 hunger. I'm gonna go ahead and.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll those
Take
with
your
this. 2. It's gonna be you 2 that I get on those. Okay, a success a success and a fail on my hunger dice. So that's 1. Yeah, well that's okay. That's I don't think I'm gonna get this unless I get 2 crits. So that's 1 success of 3 dice rolled. That's another. Oh, okay, that's a 10. So that's a crit. I'm gonna keep that crit on the side.
That's 4 successes.
Well, that's not 2 10s. It's just that's 3.
Oh no, sorry, 3 successes as of now. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
With the possibility of it popping.
And that was. Oh wait, no, that was my 6. So I do get to pop off 1. So let's see. Come on, give me a 10. Nope, that didn't. It fell off. Damn it! It was just another success. So that's 4 successes. Oh well. I tried.
I don't know.
I tried.
Successes, God.
You basically got that there's a lot of people with 2 Ds in their name. Do your research.
I think,
like,
I kind of wish you
company.
had found something. Dude, do you not? I kind of wish you did though. That'd be so good. That would be so good.
Yeah, it would have been cool, but at the same time, just logically, that's a hard one to
Yeah, I
solve
know.
for.
I mean, yeah, Canada, and then just I don't know the year that he died and
Yeah,
that
it was
stuff.
it's a very broad spectrum you're working with.
But
there.
oh well, I got a decent enough roll. I'm happy at least in some
On top of
aspects.
the fact that, let's face it, Dolly Dagger might not be her mortal
Yeah,
name.
exactly. But you never know. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know Dolly Dagger is the name.
Yeah,
So he's just trying to figure it out.
I was just explaining why it was so difficult in the first place.
Oh no, I got you. I'm fine with that. I'm just surprised I got 4 successes overall with how bad I usually roll. So I'm happy.
I mean, you can always ask. You can in the timescape. You can always ask Oliver something. That's always true.
Yeah. Well, that's if he's gonna give him something. Yeah. Time skip.
Everyone satisfied with what they did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indeed.
Time skip time.
Yeah, we're gonna skip forwards. Let me pull up a calendar real quick to give you the exact amount of days we got.
It'd be 19 to get to the next month.
Okay, so we are skipping forwards in 19 days. Just a little over 2 weeks. Well, actually, a little over 3 weeks.
We're in February.
A
Cause
little
there-
under 3 weeks. Just a little under 3 weeks.
Because there would be, if I'm doing my math right for January, it'd be 31 days. So yeah,
Yeah.
Well, in February.
February 1st.
It is February 1st, 2001.
Oh, I forgot we were in 2001.
No, we're
Anyway,
2024.
Not 2001. Why did I say 2001? I meant 2024.
Yep.
What the?
Oh.
Why did I say 2001?
That was the original campaign. Was set, I think, was set in 2021. I think.
Oh, yeah.
It was
that One Hunter
2024.
campaign.
Yeah, the
The Power Rangers campaign is 2024.
2021.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
The Power Rangers campaign.
Yeah, because we started in 2021. Or the
Now
end.
we're getting
or
campaigns
2022.
mixed up. Hello.
I've just
Hello.
kind of, in my mind, I know it's still 2001, but in my mind, I look at it more like Gravity Fallsy, where it's just like a year.
Yes.
It is 20XX.
Exactly.
It is 2020X. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, where was I?
We got to February 1st. So you're gonna ask us
So,
what we
it
did?
is, oh fuck. Oh, sorry, my audio cut out. What? I'm just gonna go down this. You're not everything before this.
Okay.
What?
What did you say?
I was nothing crazy. I didn't say anything really important. I'm just saying that I'm going to go down the list and ask everyone one by one what you did. I'm going to go based off of how it's listed on my screen. So,
Alright.
starting with Mr. Fairkeep.
Okay.
How
Well.
have you spent the last 19 days? Keeping in mind, nothing crazy has really happened.
All right. He's just interacting with his touchstones, probably a little bit with Roberts' little sister to keep her a little bit happy. I imagine that he hacked into the TV or just like jury rigged something to where she can watch Kamen Rider, the ones that she's missed, and a few others.
Okay. Do you want to? Yeah. So she has been very grateful for you. And her health has been slowly getting better and better. She's awake for longer periods of time. She's more attentive. You guys have even given her some tests, and she's now capable of small, dexterous actions. So, for instance, she can...
Woo.
It's a little poor, and she needs to use both hands, but she can draw again. And she has been shown to be capable of small academic pursuits, so she can do basic math.
That's
And-
pretty big.
And how old is she?
She is, I believe, about 9 years old, but she's been in a coma since she was 6.
Yeah. So she's missed literally so many years of school. How is she at the level that she should be at this age, or a little bit below? I'm guessing.
She's a little below.
Okay.
Okay, no. She is well below 9 years old.
Say that's 3 years.
Yeah.
She is.
I was just seeing if she was above average intelligence, if she actually could do it above, like at the 9-year
Do it
level
above
from
what you would
missing 3.
She can do it above what you'd expect for a 6-year-old.
That's
But
really
she's-
good.
You can still tell there's a lot of years missing there. She acts a lot more childish than somebody her age usually would.
I can teach you some stuff if you want, little Missy.
Great. I like learning.
Awesome.
She is still sleeping a lot of the time. She sleeps for about... there have been a couple 24-hour periods in there, and most days she still is unconscious for about 12-hour periods. From what you've been told, you can't observe all of it.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, she seems to mostly be awake at night.
Well,
I
if
think
you-
there's a reason for that, though. Cough, cough, Henri Roberts, her brother.
I'm actually super curious about something. Because
Yes.
she said she's drawing. She's not, I don't know, drawing a strangely dressed maid in her dreams, is she?
She's done a couple portraits of Henry, and she keeps drawing her own personal Kamen Rider OC.
Let's go.
Let's go, little princess.
similar build to Henri. And she also draws both Henrys, I should note.
Yeah.
A lot. Speaking of which,
Dad in Dad 2.
is there more you'd like to establish about what you've been doing for the past 19 days?
Other than that, he asked Oliver, what does the double D stand for if he gets ever the chance and to ask.
And did he get an honest answer to that question, Oliver?
Do we need to roll off if you say no?
Probably. There would definitely be.
We'll see if you fail this.
Let's see. So like it's like I don't know. Maybe Oliver like brings Henri and probably Louise to like visit one day, and so we're talking off to the side. And you ask that question. Oliver's like one in a hospital. Just like look around very quickly and like make sure no one can hear them. It's gonna be like, why would you mention that here?
A lot of the staff already know. You want to know why? Because somebody engraved something into our own thing. I need to report that overall.
It's a chapel. Oh my god. No.
Chapel's property. That's only touched by the chapel.
I've had a few run-ins with the Sabbat in the past, and they weren't exactly great. So that's why I was a little nervous. No, I don't know. I do not know who DD is.
Give me a wish.
I already know that he's lying because I saw him react. Other than just a Sabbat, I guess. Granted, I could just be a Sabbat. But
what am I needing?
Versus, I guess manipulation subterfuge.
Let's go.
Okay, what'd you say? Wits and what?
Wits insight.
Wits insight versus manipulation subterfuge.
It's just
I got 6 dice in that.
Well, it's just the 3 dice that I'm rolling. That's fine. We'll see if you just roll like shit. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Right. Narrative luck, help me now. 2, 3, 4.
4 successes. I only got 4.
I only got 1 success on like my bestial dice, and I got a 1 on my normal dice. Thankfully.
Damn.
I mean, at least you're not getting hungry.
But yeah, oh well. It was a gamble, but you never know.
You fully won.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah,
I got a 1.
Yeah, no, I don't know who DD is. I just
success.
knew the Sabbat symbol is what freaked me out so much, man.
Yeah, so there was nothing, and you, even if you don't necessarily believe him, you can tell that you've hit a brick wall. You're not really gonna get much further than this.
You met the Sabbat. You met them in Canada, right? In your home country, let me rephrase, I guess.
Before I immigrated over here, yeah.
Okay, cool.
He was technically part.
I think that was meant to be in character.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was like. I was like, yeah, I met them. Sorry, not met them, but I interacted with them shortly before I immigrated over here.
I'm just saying. Just to let you know, that most of the hospital staff, even the ones that aren't, know about that because they messed with our property that isn't touched at all. Even by the only ones we usually allow are kids, and they don't do any sophisticated carvings like that.
Fair enough. No one's gonna.
No normal person's gonna know that.
Just be careful what gets put on official reports, like pictures.
Well, you know, half the people that do the reports are ghouls, so.
Just saying. The one person who doesn't know, we might have hunters sniffing around again.
They sniff around all the time.
No, they don't.
Sure.
They're talking, you walk past somebody just like deep sniffing a bagel from the
They're like,
that motherfucker ain't smell good.
How's the adoption process going?
I got a bagel.
I don't know. We'll have to find out when it gets to my part.
Okay.
We'll get there. Yeah, that was just a quick aside. Is that all you did for the 19 days?
Can I roll again to see if I can try and figure out anything about the double D? Because he is intrigued by this because he has the knowledge hungry thing, and I think Can I get it at some advantage since it's been 2 weeks and I just go over it every so often?
I will
every
let you
point I
roll
can.
twice and see if you meet either time.
Oh, so I get to roll 12 dice or something, or just
No, I'm
twice?
just saying just 2 instances. Just roll twice.
Okay. Okay.
Rather than different research sessions.
Okay. Ooh. Hey, yo, let's go. Okay, that's 3 successes. 2 of them being two of them are bestial. So that's and one of them was a 10. So I just gotta keep that in mind. So that's 3 successes already. And one's a crit. Oh, that okay. I succeeded because that okay. So that's 4 plus another.
You just need to beat 7.
2.
I've actually.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
6.
Okay, 6.
Technically, you need 1 more success. But
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you make 1 more roll, and with the amount of
there's
progress
that, yeah.
you made from your 2 research sessions, I'm gonna say that both those research sessions did at least succeed at you eliminating people who it isn't. You were like, you looked at the time period, you looked through things, and you were able to go like, well,
Mafia's
no,
in Canada.
has actual evidence of like a full visceral death, so it's not them. That person would have been too young. That person would have been too old.
Mm-hmm. One more dice to see if I succeed one more
Here's
time.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
With all that, I'm gonna no. Here's what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry.
What I was gonna say was I'm gonna let you do one last research session, one last roll with let me think.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I rolled a 10 on that one.
Okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just let you succeed.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was too excited. I got really good rolls.
No, you're all good. I was gonna say that I was gonna let you do one last roll with 3 additional dice.
Okay. To see if I got anything extra. So you want me to just go ahead and do that?
Let's do that, and you know what? Fuck it. If you fail, I might just let you use the original bonus dice.
Well, I was just gonna save you the 10 and then just roll 2 more. That's what I was gonna do.
Alright.
6 and a 5, so that's another success on top of the 10. And since that's an extra 10, I get an explosion.
Alright, roll it.
Hey, that's another success. So that's...
Alright.
That's 9. That's like 9 or so.
Finally track down what DD is. And you pop up with the name... Give me a second here. Dorothy Stiletto.
Okay.
I assume she's a
For
mafia
reference, for reference, is that a name that I'm familiar with?
You at least know. You at least vaguely are aware they called her Dorothy a couple times.
And I see that the times line up. They were part of the Canadian Mafia.
The timelines up. They were not. Yeah, they were actually related to the Canadian Mafia. They were a 14-year-old girl that was the daughter of one of the members of the Canadian Mafia. Not, I will note for Oliver's sake, not like somebody directly related to you.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
She's not. She was like, at best, she's like a third cousin to you.
Do I have a picture of her at all in any
I'm
of
sending
these? Okay.
Privately.
Ooh.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Even I don't think I got a picture.
Oh.
I'm gonna send it to you too, since it's getting revealed. You know what's wrong. Actually, you're first in my contacts.
I'm
so
just
gonna
exceedingly happy that I got the roll.
Dude,
That-
I am too.
that-
I
that
want
was-
you to
that
figure
was
stuff
like-
out so bad. I almost wanted you to win. Like, I really...
I mean, I got really good rolls on that other one, so I'm very happy. Thank you, Kai. Even though I fudged up the last roll thing that you want me to do.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Era, you admit it. I will note the image I'm showing you is slightly more modern than the one that you got. This is more like what she looks like now. Are you in
So
my
it's
fucking contacts?
It's like the shirt is
It's
the same. but,
J-Dog.
like,
You should be
it's
very
like
close.
braided, like frilly pants instead, probably.
We should also be friends,
Gotcha.
so hopefully you'd be able to find me. I would
Oh,
hope.
you're there.
Why can't we be? Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not
you
sure I'm
said
spelling stiletto right.
Not like that. No, that was fake, and you know it.
Nah.
again.
An extra 10 XP. Let's go. Every time Ryan sings.
That's not how it works.
Every time Ryan
I mean,
sings for
this is
30 seconds,
recorded.
we
This is
gain
recorded.
10 XP.
This goes out to an audience of 3 people.
Well, you have to sing for 30 seconds, man. That was only like,
I'm not
what?
doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
Sorry,
Dude,
what is being happened?
We're joking
What is
about
being
Ryan.
happened?
I
What is
figured
being
out
happened?
who... I supposedly figured out who Dee Dee is. Dorothy Stiletto.
D's not.
Yeah, that was what made it difficult, is that her original name did not have DD as initials, but you do see that she, for some reason, it's noted in her obituary that she used DD as a common nickname.
Okay. Interesting.
And again, I should note, that is, like, more what she looks like now. Basically picture the same sort of look, but no nail polish, and in a slightly more time-appropriate outfit.
Yeah. Alright, then.
But
Seems like I got something. He wiped sweat from his brow. Wow, my instincts really kicked in there. Because I'm knowledge hungry, so he was really going for this.
Yeah.
But, okay. And anything other than just that she was a 14-year-old of the Mafia. How did she die, I guess?
according to her obituary, she died in a boating accident
Oh,
where none of her family was found.
so not
what?
Cocoon.
Boating accident.
What? Boating accident.
Basically, basically she was out fishing with her family and the ship capsized. None of their bodies were found, and it's believed that they drowned.
I wonder why.
I'm guessing Oliver hasn't told us how he died. I don't think so.
I have explicitly said before that I died in a car crash.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
also, definitely not Cocoon.
Yeah, okay, this seems pretty on par for vampires to... Because this is in the Fairkeep house, he's just saying this out loud because everybody fucking knows in that household. That's very on par with just an accident of a vehicular kind and made somebody a vampire, so that adds up. So I think I got who I'm looking for. Talking to
As
himself.
you're talking, you suddenly feel something bony press against your shoulder as you look up to see the matriarch of the Fairkeep household leaning on your shoulder and looking at it.
The very, very old one, or the one that's the mayhap sister wife to my brother?
Mayhap sister wife to your brother.
Okay.
Oy.
She blinks for a second and goes, "She looks familiar."
I was trying to figure out something. The Sabbat symbol with DD under the chapels pews earlier.
Lincoln.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was looking into. So, and this is what I got to. Dorothy Stiletto. And the only reason why I got as close as I did is because Oliver, well, as he stated before, was a member of Sabbat, Canadian Mafia, and all that other stuff. And I just kind of narrowed it down to where that, because I felt like it was something more than just the Sabbat symbol that was making them act the way they did. But those were just superstitions. Though her nickname, even though Dorothy Stiletto, there's no double D there, her nickname was Double D from her obituary. And boating accident, so another way to think that she's also a vampire. Because, accidents are always what seems to be our first thought to just say they died in. Moral lives, anyways.
She nods her head and just goes, "Like I said, I'm gonna look into it."
Alright.
This, 100 pounds soaking wet woman pulls back off of you and just, walks away.
Well, that was my thing. That's it.
Yep, satisfied? Alright.
Yeah.
Now, the other Henry, Mr. Roberts. You've had a lot to do over these past 19 days. Adjusting to a new household, seeing your sister start to come more into her own health. Yeah, how have you been spending these past 19 days?
Well, Henry has probably been going back and forth to the hospital every now and then, making sure, everything's okay and visiting, at times that seem unreasonable sometimes. And when he's by himself, like at the house, even though it's rare for him to be by himself. He's been trying to like contact the parasite, if that makes sense. Oh, you mean to tell me we could have been talking to each other this entire time, and you did it one time, and now you just won't speak again? Come on now. It can't be just because other people are around, or because of that weird flesh magic shit.
Commune with the parasite.
A long moment of silence before it just goes. Before you finally hear, I've had nothing to say to you.
Oh, you're echoey. Oh, I didn't expect that.
That's the wrong music.
I was about to say.
We're about to have
I'm
such
so
a chill conversation. We're about to have a brotherly conversation.
No, its theme is not funk. It's not like
Just start fighting in Henry's mindscape between the parasite and him. And then this funk
It
music.
likes cool jazz in the evenings.
No, it's like the one episode of
His
Doctor.
theme's just
where,
Reaper
like,
Man.
It's the Cyberman versus the Doctor inside the mind, and you hear the two
Oh,
different
yeah.
themes.
Oh yeah.
You like jazz, says the parasite to you.
Go steal his records.
I like that boink in there. Boink, 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 boink.
So
Yeah, that's the
you've just
parasite
been-
communicating in Morse code.
you feel something shift around in you until you suddenly feel it over your heart.
oh, okay, that's awkward. I can feel my heart.
I can feel every impulse in your body.
That. Oh, how do I even? Ooh, okay.
Every pulse of your blood. Every twinge of fear that you feel. Every one of your bodily reactions. I can feel it.
So you mean that time I shit the toilet and blamed it on on-
Are aware I'm a literal sword sitting on top of your heart. Right?
You can't shit, is what the sword should have said.
I can feel everything. Oh, yo, you felt the Taco Bell?
I broke myself with that one. I can't. Okay, I'm back in. Whew. So what, are you threatening me? Is that what I'm hearing?
I wasn't originally.
Oh, please, it was funny. You know it was funny.
You feel it move back towards your shoulder. It's hard for me to communicate for long periods of time like this.
I mean, that's fair, but why'd you like the flesh magic shit so much? It was kind of weird.
It's natural to me.
In what sense of flesh magic?
It
Is it
not
just because of like
flesh
what you
magic.
are, or?
Yes. It is adept to what I am.
Oh.
Perhaps I can let you tap into my power if you let me through for a little bit.
Okay, for one, I'm inside Mr. K's house. That would be terrible. And I'm
Just
pretty
a
sure I
moment.
can't. I think I did it just a moment. If you get out, what exactly pertains happens? Pertains? Henry, that's definitely how you use that word.
It's quite simple. I just want to get us a little bit more blood that's our taste.
Henry just puts his hands on his face and he goes, "Oh, you want to hunt? I see." that can get us into some big trouble. You know that, right?
Well,
That can get into big trouble.
of course, I'd love the most decadent blood. I can settle for something lesser.
Like what?
Just anything abnormal.
I mean, yeah, I can't stand regular blood. That's for sure. I'm guessing that was your doing.
No.
At this point, I can't tell.
How did you even come? How are you?
There's just a moment where it seems to struggle before just going, Matrushka.
Huh?
Matrushka doll.
Is that a name? Is that a ritual? Is that a power? What?
Dolls. The Russian dolls. I'm like that. We're like that.
That put a bad taste in my mouth. Not literally, because I can't taste anything at the moment. But you mean to tell me I am not the first individual that it has happened to? Like, you have just gone from one thing to another, and now you're in me?
Not long, but yes. It almost seems confused by its own answer.
I was in a car crash. How the fuck? Hold on. I was in a legit car crash. How did you even manage to what? I don't know how you're here. The only thing I truly remember was a car crash.
He just there's a moment where it seems to struggle before it goes, the man with white hair.
Huh? The man
That's what I
with
remember.
white hair.
There was a man with white hair. He's the one that brought me to you.
The man with white hair. That's not ominous and creepy at all.
Wait, doesn't Henry's grandsire have white hair?
No.
No.
He has fully black hair.
The man with white hair.
He's like an 18-year-old
You know
Middle
what?
Eastern guy. He does not have white hair.
You know what? I'm sure you're hungry, and you know what? You got some. You know what? I'm willing. All right, make this a symbiotic relationship and not just a dominant one where we try to fight over control constantly. Let's try to make this work. So, we got some parameters we're gonna set. We're going to make sure we do not break the masquerade. You understand me? We do not, and he goes through about do not do this, do not do that, do not do this. Especially do not do this. Make sure, like, when we're doing things, it's only out of sight. And if we do hunt, it is not vampires. Werewolves will definitely kill us, more than likely. I don't know what else there could be. So, I mean, unless you're able to, like, warp my face to where people couldn't recognize me, I guess? Alright, listen. I'm gonna give you rain for a little bit, just enough to where you're satisfied, because I'm actually... I just ask, you just do not go on a rampage.
Brevity.
Henri.
We're gonna do a time skip within the time skip.
Henri closes his eyes.
As you close your eyes and wake up with a full stomach. 2 days later.
So wait, is it February 3rd now?
No.
This is
we're
his
in the
time.
time skip still.
Okay.
There's a time skip in the time skip.
Time skip.
I open my eyes and I go, you know, I thought it was only going to be for one night. Why have 2 days passed? And you better answer me.
0 hunger.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, how do I look? Do I look like my clothes are still intact? Bloody at all? How do I look, actually?
Wearing new clothes.
Oh no!
Have I seen these? Are these like a part of my wardrobe or are these new?
Black suit Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire.
You are wearing a jumpsuit with something dry and brown on it.
That better be soup. That better be
It's
soup.
soup of a kind.
Yeah.
It's people soup.
Oh, that's it. I need an answer. Henry plunges his hand into his gut and pulls out the fucking. You better fucking answer me.
The eyes
These
on
are
it.
supposed to be short descriptions of what happens.
Yeah.
I'm fine with the more full scenes. I think it gives us a little more. Plus, it lets me get past the fact that I don't have anything prepared.
Okay.
No. You can end it on "You better answer me." You can just
Yeah,
end it on that,
out
and
into
it'd
the
be
eyes.
hilarious.
Just squint, looking around. No, it is your turn, Leilani, to tell me what you've done in
Yay!
the past 19 days.
Well, first off, she does make sure that her touchstone is doing okay.
Yeah, he legit just overdosed.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Well, no, actually,
Oh, what?
I remembered what I established last time, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's doing better, but it's still strange. He went far harder than he should have, and it was eventually determined that the doctors basically gave him the whole, hey, we're not going to call anybody, we just want to know what goes on, Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah.
And eventually it was determined that his product was laced with something. Like, what he was taking was laced. They're not quite sure with what, but whatever it was something powerful.
She's just like, tell me who your dealer was for that.
One, I'll admit, it wasn't the homegrown stuff.
Yeah, it obviously wasn't homegrown. Who was the dealer?
It was, listen, I don't like to call anybody out, but...
Who was the dealer?
Okay. It was some new guy. I know I shouldn't trust him, but hey, the prices were good.
What have I told you about cheap prices?
I know. It was some blonde guy. Long hair.
Blonde guy, long hair.
Yeah, pretty
And-
looking.
That explains a lot, but nothing at the same time. Did he have a nickname?
He told me to just call him Eddie.
Eddie?
Eddie.
Alright.
Oh shit, I put that in the long... Well, whatever. Then don't make anything out of this that doesn't need to be made out of it. We're fine.
You got stuff that was laced.
Be fine. It's not the first time.
It shouldn't happen again.
Okay, geez, I'll keep a track of myself. Okay, Mom? He laughs a little.
Anyways, I'm just glad you're okay. Alright?
And as you're leaving, he just, like, slightly reaches out and, like, grabs your arm gently and just goes, and you're okay too, right, Leilani? Question. Have you ever, like, vague posted about your sire in more of a, like, weird, creepy, abusive guy way without specifying who he is?
Yes, and he would know her as Alana, not Leilani.
Sorry. Alana. He just goes, and you're doing okay too, right, Alana? Haven't heard you complain about that guy in a while. You,
Work in
Ready to move
progress, but I should be. I've gotten a little bit more wiggle room away from him. Hello?
He says good, and nods his head as he sits back.
Well, I've got a few things to do. I want you to call me or text me, whichever comes. Whichever.
Carrier pigeon.
Yeah. Whenever you get out.
I'll
and
let you
back
know.
home safe.
I will. Don't worry. Listen, you'll see me back on the lawn chair before too long.
Okay, good.
Is there anything else you want to do over your 19 days?
She also, as just side things she does, before I get to the main thing that she does, flirts with Lance, because, yes.
Has
she
been
does
receptive.
Yeah. Hunts if she gets hungry.
Yep. All of you don't need to worry about it. I'm just gonna let your hunger stay the same.
Yeah. And,
Except for him with the
sells
white.
some more drugs, and also now is looking up and trying to figure out who this Eddie is.
Okay. You obviously don't have too much to work with. What's your way of researching? I don't imagine you're hitting the books.
No.
Mr. Beck!
No. Actually, she wouldn't go to Mr. Beck for that. Well, she might. She goes to first, Terry. And if she can get a little information from Beck, she goes to Beck too.
Wait, I thought Terry was the one in the hospital. Did I fuck that up?
No, Tony is in the hospital. Terry's.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. No, Terry. Okay, Terry would not have talked like that, but it was a similar, like, hey, just as long as you're okay. And
Tony is the guy from the outskirts of town that was brought by Crystal to the rave, and I made friends with him.
Tony's the
Terry's the drug
I need to
dealer.
never take that shit again. Oh my god, that was what the interaction was like. Sorry, I fucked it up. He still did mention blonde pretty boy named Eddie, and how he just shouldn't. He doesn't. There's more evidence to him that he needs to not take anything ever.
Okay.
But yeah, so you go to Terry, and he's like, Eddie. I'm not sure about that. Too many blonde pretty boys to really pin it down.
I know, right? Well, if you hear anything, let me know.
Let me think. I'm gonna call this a difficulty 4. Hello?
Hi.
Uh-oh.
Everyone was just quiet. I thought there was an internet issue.
No.
Yeah, no,
We were
you see him
waiting.
look for a second very hard, and then he goes, nah, I got nothing.
All right. Well, give me a call. If,
course.
Yep. Then she asks Nicholas if he knows anybody in the. Actually, and Lance, if they either of them know anyone named Eddie who's blonde.
Lance?
Lance
Did they
has
ever
been known
give
to.
Lance. They gave everyone they have a proper sheet.
Lance has been known to.
Yeah, part of a proper sheet, at the very
Well,
least.
there's a lot of shit I need to do.
Leilani does not know the meaning of downtime, by the way.
No, I put that together.
She's a very serious girl when she's being serious.
Glance, and he thinks about it for a second. Eddie, think I could know who that is.
Right. Well, he gave, if it is him, laced drugs to my, one of my best friends.
He looks over at Nick and goes, "You got any idea on this? I've got something, but you're more the brainy guy, so I want to hear your thoughts first."
What do I roll to see if I can figure something out?
What are you? There's like two things to figure out here. Which are you more focused on? Figuring out who Eddie is, which I'll be honest, you're probably a little less likely to know, since this is like very local politics stuff, and you've only moved to the area recently, and you must let Lance handle that sort of stuff. And then secondarily, trying to see if you might be able to figure out what it's laced with. If you're trying to figure out the former, that's more of like a wits streetwise deal. And in the second case, that's more intelligence medicine.
I think I'll do the medicine. Boop. Ba-doop. Hello, dice. Four. To figure out what it was laced with.
Yeah, Leilani, you give a basic rundown of some of the symptoms.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm not going to say, like, oh, you know better than the doctors do. You at least have, like... Well, there is one area that you know a little better than the doctors would. That sounds like it might have been laced with something a little magical.
Beck just smiles lightly and says, "If you can get me a bit of what he had, I could probably figure out if there was anything magical about it. Otherwise, I'd probably defer to Henri."
Kai, would I have been able to get at least some of it from him before?
It was a bit of a rush, so I'm going to ask for kind of a retroactive... I'm going to ask more so than this. Do you think you've been able to keep your head cool enough under that pressure to think to grab it?
No.
Then no.
Alright.
If it was a yes, I'd probably suggest readiness roll? Weirdly enough.
If you weren't cool enough under pressure to think to grab it, you just don't have it.
Yeah. Alright.
That's right, bitches. It's magic drugs round 2.
Magic drug
great.
round 2. Electric Boogaloo. Well, I assume that took most of her time doing all of that for the, what was it, 19 days?
Lance did figure something out, which is, he tells you that...
I assume it took Lance a couple days.
Yeah, it took Lance a couple days, but he eventually came back and said, "Hey, I think I might have your guy. Not much I can tell, other than that he seems to go by Edward fully. Don't got a last name.
Ah.
And pretty sure... How are you buried so far in my DMs? There you go. Pretty sure he looks like this, he says, showing you a picture.
Oh, you sent it to my... Oh, no, you sent it to the right one. Okay.
Yeah, I looked at the one that had a thing on it.
Why does that image look familiar?
I think Rees has used it before.
Oh. That makes sense.
It's a very Rees core character.
It's also a me core character, too.
You guys kind of
Anyways.
share a core. Up.
Oh,
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Eddie. Alright.
Baba boy, Baba boy.
She plants a kiss on Lance.
Ew.
And I assume that's the end of my time skip.
God, if
Hello?
either of us had working genitalia.
I did not catch all that.
Lance just blinks after the kiss and just goes, God, if either of us had working genitalia.
Wait, he
Beck
doesn't?
just looks over. He's like,
Questionable.
"When did you become infertile?"
Well, okay, listen, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tested. I don't know. Listen, they did some fucked up shit to us. I have no clue what shit's wrong with my body.
You are specifically developed so that we can get
I'm
Vitae.
aware. I'm fully aware. But you also gotta remember, they fucked up our bodies beyond all belief. None of the shit in there works as it should.
At the very least, you should be able to have sex with a ghoul and make a child. Or each other.
Genuinely do not know.
Maybe we could always test it out.
Well, not
You
we-
can't.
Yeah.
No, well,
I know you can't.
when I say we test it out, I mean like a threesome with a ghoul.
He just slaps his face and shakes his head.
The only one I know by name is your best friend, and I don't think Oliver's gonna let that happen.
Well, this is a
I'll
good scene
kill
to
someone.
This is a good scene to transition, but also move back a little. Mr. Beckelis.
Beckalonian cheese?
Yeah, Mr. Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award.
Beckaloluza?
What have you been up to for the past 19 and a half days?
A couple things, actually.
Alright, let's get the list.
First off, if she manages to get any of that drug, testing that. Second of all, the next layer of security, which me and you can talk about the specifics of after session, because that'll be way too long, is I spent 3 experience before the session on warding for the like magical warding for the mill. My brain was blanking on mill somehow.
Your haven, the mill.
Yes. And other than those, the teaching obviously, and the studying that whack-ass vitae I got, and any other shit that person sends. And if he has any time, he just goes on a walk to like the mall or a movie theater and just tries to have any like him time.
Give me a luck roll.
I just imagine him doing that as soon as
Give me roll a
Alana-
single
D100.
Yeah, roll me a D100. Roll me a
As a-
D100. We're doing a luck roll for go to the mall and don't get fucking mugged.
So I just imagine him going out every time Leilani decides to flirt with Lance.
This is picking up immediately where we left off in the time skip.
Oh shit. 94. Let's go.
You walk into the mall, and it's a small mall. It's nothing crazy, but they're doing a car show. That's something that actually happens in the mall semi-frequently.
All right.
It's all these little all these cars and kind of sort of go-kart things lined up around the mall.
Oh,
Oh, is
he
Nick
gonna
is
get his-
very at ease seeing all of this.
Is he gonna
Speaking
get a
of
new
sight,
car?
he does have the 1 Auspex power that lets him see things that are hidden from normal view.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
I'm aware. But as you're walking through, you see that there's a small that there is actually a nice 1906 Ferrari, and they're
Ooh.
doing a small donation drive.
Oh.
It's a cheap entry ticket, $5, and your name $5 to have your name put in the raffle. You can buy it up to 10 times, and it will help a children's psychology fund in the area.
All right. Let's go. Beck's thinking to himself, the cowboy slang equivalent of I fucks with that.
Which I believe is I fucks with that.
Canon to this world now. Cowboys did say that.
We fucked
I'm
with
just saying,
that.
I don't think it's that out of it's not a stretch of the imagination for me to picture a cowboy saying that.
Especially one with not a lot of English lessons. Anyways. Nick buys the allowed amount of tickets and puts them in. Given to a good cause, at least. He
Yeah.
doesn't expect to win.
You just walk around the mall for a bit. There's nothing too interesting. There's a clothing store, there's an arcade, there's a small used game store, what can only be described as a weirdo hippie shop. It's got tarot cards and candles and Rick and Morty merchandise. Oh, there's also a Spencer's.
There's always a Spencer's.
Figured.
And a Hot Topic.
Actually, closed.
My boy is visiting most of them. It's his first time in the mall, in the town, so he wants to, vibe out what's going on. What's available, so to speak.
Yeah, and do you get anything, or are you just kind of window shopping?
Unless something catches his eye magically. At the moment, he's window shopping.
Actually, nothing catches your eye out here, but you notice a sort of shuttered off section where there's a large amount of what can only be called nonsense. It seems just to be a storage bin, really. There's
Is it blocked off to the public, or?
Blocked off. Yeah.
Alright.
This is, by the way, based off a real thing in the mall in the area. There is just arcade cabinets and furniture, more cars, what seems to be part of a merry-go-round.
That would look great in the orphanage.
It's just a lot of just stuff. It seems to be there's a vague theme of kind of attraction-y carnival stuff, but overall it really just looks like a spot for somebody to put their collection of nonsense.
The arcade cabinets actually give him a little bit of nostalgia for when those first came out and just everyone played them and it wasn't really a kid thing yet.
Yeah. He's
just smiling at it.
Do sense something. For a moment, you see a glimmer of something hidden behind the quote-unquote wall.
I walk over to the wall?
Well, no, I'm saying the wall on the way back past the barred-off gates.
Hmm.
But before you can reach over there, your phone vibrates.
I check it.
It's a call from the number that they said that they would use to contact the winner.
He answers.
Hey,
Hey, yo.
Hello, is this Mr. Beck?
It indeed is.
Are you anywhere near the Auburn Mall?
I'm inside it.
Well, then why didn't you come right back to the center? You just won yourself a new car.
He walks his way down to there and just says, well, don't mind if I do.
You see a man there giving you a smile as he...
My boy Beck's just pleasantly smiling back.
Second. There we go. That's the right kind of man. That's the right man for the job. This one's not private. This isn't like revealed information or anything. This is just
A guy.
yeah, this is
Jim Gordon.
no, it's A. Miller.
Speaking of which, my boy walks up,
Yeah, he's a Miller.
puts his hand out and says, Nicholas Beck.
Miller, he says, grabbing your hand and shaking it. I'm the owner of this here establishment. I'm the owner of this mall and the organizer of this show. I thank you very kindly for coming in and donating as much as you have. We've already... Now with donations closed, we have been able to raise $5,000 to help children's mental health in the area.
My boy Nick just nods at that.
And you, in particular, have won yourself something good, he says as he reaches into his pocket, spins around the keys, and holds them out to you.
I accept them.
Don't worry, we'll help you get it out of here. You staying anywhere nearby? We'll get it out of here. You already wrote down your address on it, so we'll get it there in no time.
I live down over in O'Phil's Mill.
Yeah, I know the area. You had it written down. We'll get it to you in no time. And hope you enjoy your new car. You seem like a man who knows how to operate one.
He smiles.
Vehicle?
I've been driving most of my life. Well, a few times I probably couldn't.
I can tell you're one who appreciates the classics.
Thank you for the compliments.
Guard.
But I'm more impressed with just the aesthetic here. He says, looking around. I presume you're either in charge of the contest or the mall.
Charge of both, actually.
I appreciate your collections.
Thank you. Quite proud of them.
Especially the barred off one over there.
That's just my storage area. Figured since there's so many stores closed down, might as well use it for something, right?
He just shrugs and just like raises hands like, yeah.
Plus, I rent out some of the arcade cabinets every once in a while. Good extra source of income.
Fair enough. Remember my pa talking about playing those when they first came out.
Yeah, back then it was great. When they first came out, it was a thing for everyone. Then it became only for kids, and now it's just for sad, nostalgic men.
Yeah, that's my pa.
Think me and your pa would get along.
Sadly, he's not around anymore.
Sorry to hear it. Well, maybe we can get along sometime then. For right now, though, thank you for what you done. Children's mental health ain't taken seriously enough.
He just nods. Just says, I'm an academic and I fully support a lot of charities with some of my excess money.
Oh my god. Oh, that's where I know you from. You're on that podcast with Jeff Schmeller, right?
Yeah. I've been
Yeah.
on a couple of them and been on a couple talk shows.
Good to listen to when I'm working. Yeah, you were on Lana, weren't you? Was
Yeah.
that your ma?
I think
Yeah.
he's done one and I did one.
He says, shaking it. Well, it's good to meet you.
Yep.
Come by
Need me
anytime.
off the stage now?
Yeah, come by anytime. Wouldn't mind showing you around. Wouldn't mind showing you more of the collection. He says as he gets off the stage, and as the last note of your time skip, you do wake up the next night to find a new car. Well, new
Hey.
to you. It's used. Obviously, it's a fucking Ferrari. It's a '60 Ferrari, but
Don't let Alana touch it.
Alana is an inside the car, non-driver individual.
you wake up the next night to see Alana slowly reaching out to poke the car.
And she
no.
just hears quietly from the mill, don't.
Okay. And then finally, Mr. Olivia Chair.
What?
Olive Charon.
Olive branch.
Yeah. Ollie Carr, how you doing?
Just an olive.
All right, Oliver. Carr,
Olive of death?
Your turn, Ryan.
how
All
you
that
doing
for
the
I
rest
zoned out real hard. What's
of-
up?
Wow.
It's your turn,
Sorry.
baby.
What's up?
What have you been doing for the past 19 days?
So he's been doing his job he 4 days, like the most busy nights of the week is when he works, and then the other days he spent, like, especially weekends, he spends doing his best teaching Louise how to use what little vampiric power she has.
She only has access to the first dot of Oblivion.
Which is
more
it's
for
my
someone
it's my
who's
it's my first dot, so
I
that
believe so.
is Shadow Cloak, so she can, like, hide herself, like her face in shadows. But to do that means you have to manipulate your own shadow, which is really tough.
Yeah, she's been learning to do it slowly. So far she's only been able to kind of like anime shade the top of her face, which is good because she can cover her eyes, which is one of the most identifiable features.
I'm just imagining now that she's going to try and be a vigilante at some point.
She's
I
also
cannot-
still been drinking off your blood, and very unfortunately for you, she's been asking for your blood more frequently than she needs it.
Okay, again, cannot stress this enough. Due to the nature of of who you are and stuff, I literally cannot unless you are going to get addicted, which is bad.
Counterpoint, God, it tastes so good.
Counterpoint, hell no.
But listen, it tastes really good, and I always feel better afterwards.
Okay, alright,
Just
Louise.
a little
That's what Father
extra.
Mulligan
Louise,
says.
I'll tell you what, Louise. Louise, I'm gonna tell you a story. You can take this at face value, or you can take this as just a story or a real one. I don't care which. When I was younger, a lot younger, a really bad person essentially did to me unconsensually what I did to you, but actually vampire, right? I was changed and I was forced to follow that person around. It feels good at the time. It feels good in the moment. It feels really great. It sucks afterwards. And I do not want that for you. Okay, and it's worse for you than it is for me. A lot worse. I won't let that. I'm not going. No.
I mean, it's consensual this time. That's got to be different, right?
That doesn't make it better. It does not make it better. You don't. Right now, you're flying high on good feelings. You're flying high because you're bonded to me. You're flying high on those feelings. The second you aren't, everything's going to change. The way you feel about me, the way you feel about the situation, everything will change and it will suck. And I'm going to try my best to make sure that it sucks as least as make it suck as less as I can, if that makes sense.
Okay. She
I
sighed.
thought you left. Not. I was like, oh no.
I was offended. No, but she just sighs. Okay, I'll try to be good. So, fuck me. How else have you been spending the past 19 days? She's, I will say, by the end of it, you have seen her be able to now fully cloak her face whenever she wants to.
Remember not to do that in front of people.
I know. I won't.
If some crap like what happened before with the thin blood, that's what they're called, by the way. If that happens again, use that, run.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Oliver has been doing his own looking into Sabbat like activity in the area because he wants to know exactly, because he knows that the packs of Sabbat don't necessarily have to move one at a time. They can move together, and he doesn't want more than what he thinks he can handle there.
I'm gonna ask you how you're doing this, and this is going to determine how it is. Are you doing this in like a, oh, I'm stalking around, I'm searching, I'm spying? Are you doing this more in like a, I'm talking to my connections, I'm seeing what the word is on the street? Or are you doing this in a, I know how the Sabbat think because I was in them, I'm going to look in the areas I think they would be, and I'm going to check if they're there?
What I'm going to do is a little bit of the latter two. When I'm on my job, when I get calls, I basically, oh hey, you come to this location. I take the most complicated route I can, essentially, as quickly as I can, but also like in a very like to like look in those areas, so that it's not like I'm doing my job, but I'm taking glances here and there when I can. I also, because I'm doing my because Eisen said, don't worry about it, but Oliver cannot not worry about it given his situation.
Sorry?
Given Oliver's situation and the fact that Eisen said don't worry about it, but Oliver in his situation cannot not worry about it. Yeah. Is like when he has the chance, when he's doing his normal night job, he's looking around, and then he's asking. He's like, if he has some new pickups, he's like, oh, how are you in the area? If you've been through town before, anything changed? That kind of very subtle, but very back and forth witty banter, trying to pick stuff up.
You two roles to do. One is a wits awareness, difficulty 4, and the other is going to be a charisma etiquette, difficulty 6.
Did you say difficulty 6?
Difficulty 5. Difficulty 5.
Okay.
Difficulty 4 for the first one, difficulty 5 for the second one.
That one.
I want you to do both.
Okay. I did succeed. Nothing critical on the wits awareness. I have 4 dice for it, so it just worked out. And then you said what? Charisma etiquette? Jesus. Okay, 5.
Yep.
Okay. I summon all the power that is my luck. Actually, since I have the Dragon Ball cards coming in, game or God, could you put it more towards that actually? So if this fails, that's fine.
To get
no,
all bestial failures somehow.
Well, I didn't fail. That's hold on, that's not true. You said it costs 5. I got 4 successes, and then I got One of them is a 10, so let me re-roll it.
Let's see.
Well, that's 5 successes. Okay, God, please, I need good cards.
Okay. So, you picked up a couple different people, asked them about new people in town, and you heard one of them. One of them was like this family. It was like a mom, a daughter, and like this younger girl. And the younger girl was kind of moody and didn't want to talk too much, but got provocated into it by her parents. And she basically said, I don't know, I met this kind of cool goth girl. And she described like this girl with like black hair, really pale skin. Black hair, really pale skin, these very vibrant blue eyes.
Okay, not me.
No, the vibrant blue eyes tells me all I need to know about who that person is, doesn't it?
Yep. And she said that she seemed cool, but like she was kind of weird and clingy. Didn't really seem to want to let her leave in their conversation, but she was pulled away by some guy in his 20s who seemed to be her brother or something.
To be this girl's brother, or the girl that's talking to me, the little girl.
The cool goth girl she was talking about seemed to be pulled away by a guy in his 20s who said that they weren't even supposed to still be in town.
Does that what did he look like? Is that like, because you know, if there's anybody weird, since I do all the driving around, the cops like to ask me a lot of questions. So if something happens, I would hate to not tell them. Like,
Nothing
I'm talking to
crazy.
this little girl.
When I say girl, she's like 13, 14 probably.
I still ask is that
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I was just clarifying since you said little girl. I was like,
gotcha, yeah, but
young little girl, but moody teenager.
it's like, I mean, like, if you, I mean, like, I get it if you want to be like, if you don't want to, if you want to be cool and not tell me, but I get it.
Nah, he was like, what the fuck did he look like? What the? She just looks around. Heck. She looks around at her parents. Did he look like?
Good save. Good save.
You just see the dad just like staring at her and then just nodding his head like, good yeah.
Yes, good.
In the rearview mirror, is like, my daughter's about to turn 18. I totally get it.
Yeah, you are not stopping her at this point.
Stopping who?
Your daughter. I was just saying, like, she'll swear. Basically, anytime she swears in front of you, hey, now she can go, you murder people, Dad. And otherwise,
it's like
That
how
doesn't mean you
know
get
how
to be
funny that
rude.
is to me. The Jeopardy soundtrack, like the clock sounding, and she's like, "Oh my God, you got on to me for cursing? You kill people!"
and then her other argument before she knew about that was just, well, at least I'm not pregnant.
Neither of those are good answers. Even it's like, you kill people, and I'm like, oh yes, because yes, yeah, like, no, you can't do that. That's not applicable. You can't just say that and be like, I can have a kid. Like, no, like I think that's, sorry, I'm rambling. That's funny. Continue. What did this guy look like? Or can she not remember?
No. She started to tell you that it was some guy with black spiky hair, these really big bags under his eyes, and he had black eyes, I think, and he was wearing what looked like, I don't know, a leather SWAT outfit, and her parents just look at her like, what?
Does that description sound familiar?
Give me a second. Does that answer your question?
Oh boy, let's find the. Let me, because I'm writing down stuff as you're speaking. So let's find out. I'm terrified. Oh,
sound familiar. It sort of sounds like a guy you used to know.
Somebody that you used to
I
know.
just kind of like internally, Oliver's like, ah, and then externally, he's just like, huh, like, yeah, good to know. They weren't like weird or anything, were you? They weren't trying to like kidnap you, were you? Were they, kid?
You know, nah. Well, I'll admit, that girl seemed really clingy. Her brother pulled her off quickly and told her that they weren't even supposed to be here or something, but he didn't want anything to do with me. It was only that girl. She seemed very upset to have to leave.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that was a thing I will note, that is something you remember, is Dolly, despite technically being hundreds of years old, still...
Dolly or my
At least
sister?
at the time, she was turned shortly afterwards, but you remember about Dolly that she always had this air about her, like she hadn't stopped being a teenager when she was turned, which actually might explain some of your apprehension about turning your own daughter. And she particularly always wanted to be around people, quote unquote, her own age.
Oh, so the girl with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Was
Dolly
was
very
Dolly.
much insisted on being around. Yeah, she's Dolly, and she always insisted on being around like 14, 15-year-olds because she's never really mentally progressed past seeing herself as that.
Gotcha. Because when you said blue eyes, I just immediately, because my character also has very vibrant blue eyes.
No. I meant the blue-eyed girl, Dolly, which might be the slight familial connection there. Is the blue
Gotcha.
eyes?
Gotcha.
The older. She's basically said though, yeah, older guy said that they weren't even supposed to be in town anymore.
That's. I'm just like, huh. You know what? That sounds super suspicious. Good on you for being a good citizen. You know what? I will tell someone as soon as I can. Good on you. And then I drop like the dashboard and pull out like, I don't know, stale candy, and I'm like, here you go.
She looks at it, turns it around, and goes, "This expired in the 70s."
I didn't even have. Huh. Darn that bank.
Alright, is there anything else you've done over the past 90 days?
I mean, I think that's all Oliver kind of wanted to hit on. I mean, in the 19 days, did the adoption process go any? I guess.
So, it's still been a little caught up. The little display that happened last time didn't actually help things that much, as you might expect.
Me and Donna are ready to raise hell whenever required.
What has come back, and what you've been told, is that there has been one living blood relative found.
What?
Yep.
Who?
It is Julius Roberts. Not somebody Henry would actually be that familiar with, but the estranged brother of your father, Mr. Roberts. Somebody you didn't even really know about outside of your dad occasionally grumbling about his piece of shit brother.
Oh, good God! Like Oliver immediately, if Oliver hears that, and given like the few times that he's interacted with Robert's dad, and just like at that point, if he ever called someone a piece of crap, Oliver immediately goes, either that guy's a really good person, or on the more likely side, he's worse than him, and he's just like, oh no. Oliver's like, have you contacted this uncle?
Looking into it, but he's somewhat hard to track down. And admittedly, it seems at the moment he's in the UK, which would make this process much more difficult.
the youngest could not leave the hospital at the moment. That would be a trip across the ocean. Are you insane? That could kill her.
We aren't moving her anywhere right now. We're simply determining legal guardianship. And it's still being seen if he's fit. It is known that he is the only found blood relative that is at all eligible.
Is there any confirmation on their parents at all? Has the bodies been found, or did they just vanish? I would like to give them some closure.
Fuck.
This is Oliver playing the hell out of his character.
I forget Oliver's pure evil sometimes.
Evil, debatable. Morally corrupt, entirely.
Listen, you kill kids.
I do not kill kids. I kill kids' parents.
You murdered my son.
What?
He's the man that is the reason Technoblade can kill so many orphans.
I'm talking about, how,
Don't you dare.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I swear to God, Kai.
No, I'm talking about the abortion you had.
I want to be very clear for the audience. If my voice is not enough, I am a dude. Always been one too. Like, that's not gonna change.
Not by the time I'm done with you.
What does this woman say
Ladies,
about these people?
please.
So yeah, she basically says we're still determining eligibility status. It's hard
No,
to
I meant
track
about
down
parents.
It seems that he cut off all contact with the family sometime in the 2000s.
And then what about what I said about the parents?
As for the parents, their bodies have been found. What little remains of it. It might be difficult to explain to them, but they seem to have washed up from a river, and afterwards they almost seem to have been eaten.
Eaten?
Large,
See that one's new to Oliver, so he's like, eaten?
large wolf-like bites over their body, from what I've been told.
Oliver's gonna like put his hand in his his head in his hand, just kind of like almost like he's mimicking the idea of like, how am I gonna tell these kids that? Okay, have there been any funeral arrangements made that I might need to inform them of?
There. She just tries to put this as gently as she can. There doesn't seem to be anyone willing to take the mantle of hosting a funeral.
I mean, Henry's old enough. I can ask him. Okay. Well, please keep me updated on the process. The little girl, she just woke up. And I do not want her going without some kind of parental figure.
I can give
Now-
you only one piece of good news.
Okay?
You are one of only 3 people in consideration.
3?
We haven't approached him yet, but we have been considering the doctor that's been her primary caretaker.
Fairkeep?
You know
Yes, that
him?
makes-
She just says, looking back up. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that. But yes, we've been considering approaching him about it. He's been her primary caretaker for the whole time, so...
I mean, well, I'll tell I at the current moment, Henry doesn't have anywhere else to go, so he's staying with me. Again, legal adult.
He's a legal adult.
Right. And he can't drive. So I've been taking him to and from the hospital, and I've been talking to Dr. Fairkeep occasionally about progress.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like brownie points for the system or what, but yeah, that's what Oliver does.
I guess that's where it flips back to me asking, "Hey, have you heard anything about the adoptions?"
There we go. We're finally caught up. It is now February 1st, partway into the day.
And then Oliver immediately is just like, well, it's actually kind of ironic. They're thinking about I can't legally adopt Henry.
Well, yeah, he's 18.
Yeah, I cannot legally adopt Henry. However, we both know how that's gonna go. In the not so legal sense. But her, and he's pointing at Henry and like his sister, kind of like interacting. They are thinking about approaching you as one of the possible candidates for adoption.
Oh, really? He sounds exceedingly touched.
Like you're the dog. Like
she
needs intensive care. She needs intensive care. You're her primary physician, and you've been the one taking care of her for the 3 years because her parents didn't do anything.
Hold on, this is out of character. Do we know if if you're a doctor, do they give? I wouldn't think so. But would they give you discounts if your child is like stuck in like intensive care shit like that? I wouldn't think so.
You have pretty good insurance, I think.
Yeah, so it would pay it off. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't. Hey, I guess if I'm the one, she'd have damn good insurance. To be if she still needs to stay here.
You just you can hear like Nick upon saying that Oliver realizing medical bill stuff. You just hear internally he hears like his piggy bank breaking open.
And also his gears stop turning. Ah shit! I didn't think about that. You didn't think about that, did you?
Oh fuck! Who in the totally has money?
I have plenty of money in savings. I was planning on using it for other things.
But do you have literally any insurance?
Do you have any insurance?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, that's Oliver didn't have anything, and then Louise was born, and he adopted Louise. He was like, oh, no, I need, everything. Can I, cover her in, bubble wrap? Is that a thing I can do?
You can't particularly do that with this child, but...
But he does, he doesn't have anything on himself, but he has everything on Louise.
Adding another child would be
accident prone. You have to put bubble wrap.
For the longest time, he was like anything that he thought could mildly hurt her as a child was either broken or covered in bubble wrap.
To be fair, and this is no knock to you, I don't know if two children, especially one that's constantly in the hospital, would very much do well with a person that only drives cars. And one other thing that people don't know
I make do.
Can you make do for her? That's my question. I'm fine.
I'm
done
more
enough with Louise.
Given the household, Mr. Fairkeep, Dr. Fairkeep, I would be mildly concerned over that. Also, Henry lives with me, and Louise is mildly fond of the little one.
I guess it's up to her more than anything, because of course, at least in my opinion, I think she should have a choice.
I agree. The third option is an estranged brother that even I didn't know about, who lives over in the UK.
I don't think that's probably going to be...
That could be a big issue, especially for Henry.
Maybe, yeah, but... yeah, I got you. Yeah, but I think... I don't think that's going to be an option. Of course, he's over in the UK while we are at the edge of the States, of course, but... I highly doubt that they'd have that be an option for her to be transferred over. Granted, she'd also have a bunch of good insurance over there because in the UK. But
as the only blood relative, if he's deemed fit, he'd be at the top of the list.
Yeah, that's if he cares at all. If he's estranged, that is. Though with that family, the estrangement may be from him just not wanting to be abused. So he may want to take her in. So. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Though,
is she doing good?
Oh, yeah. She's doing good. I'm teaching her a few things, so... She's learning. She's starting to get where she's at least slightly above where she should be. Well, where she should have been when she first got into the coma. But
That's good. In completely unrelated news, and maybe something you might want to, I don't know, keep track of, Mr. Doctor Man. Henry's been talking to himself.
Judging
Man.
from what happened at the scene, I'm assuming it's the Thing. He looks at him.
I mean, I assume. I don't ask.
I mean, it'd be a good idea to ask if you want to be a pseudo-guardian.
I'll ask him later tonight if he, like... I mean, he's still settling in, you know how...
Do you go...
He's not gone crazy.
Oh, wait,
or
no.
anything.
I gotta ask the DM something. Have I been getting notices of just, like, random things going missing, random people going missing or anything?
That hasn't happened yet, I thought.
It happened during the time skip.
I thought it... Yeah, I thought...
This is February 1st. We're at post-time skip.
Wait, so there's not been that. What you have been getting notice of, and what you finally are actually, right as you're saying this, you suddenly get a message on your pager telling you to, letting you know to check your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a message that just says, "Can you please come downstairs?"
Well, my duty calls, I guess.
I'll watch the kids. Have fun.
As much fun as I can. He goes.
This is your job.
Doesn't mean it's fun. He goes downstairs to see what the hubbub is about. Ah.
Quote unquote, freaking the fuck out.
Oh, there was no beginning part there. All I heard was the end.
I said, "You see your brother, quote unquote, freaking
Okay.
the fuck out."
Okay.
He's
Oh.
pacing around, staring at this container, staring as he just turns to you and just goes, "One of the trucks went missing."
I'm gonna what now?
One of the trucks went missing.
How the hell does that happen? It's a big ass truck. What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Okay, tell me what we know of the situation so
That's
far.
not it's better than what I thought was going to happen.
We're on the highway. One of the trucks carrying the blood. I posted that in the wrong place. One of the trucks carrying the blood. You guys are closed off space. Went missing.
There was no trace of the truck whatsoever. It just disappeared.
Our tracker went offline, and once we were able to get it back, we found the tracker in the We found the tracker on the side of the road, but no truck.
Do I know if there's any like security cameras down that highway?
No, it's a highway.
I mean, there are some cameras, but yeah, fair enough.
This isn't even our job. Fucking. The sheriff is supposed to look over the highways.
Maybe the sheriff's compromised?
I don't know. All I know is that one of the things that we do for this community is provide them with blood. And that was a month's supply.
Gone.
Fuck.
Oh,
no.
Henry, what the hell
doesn't
did you
it feel
do?
good to have a revenant herd?
Henry, what have you done?
He just looks at you with this just kill me look.
I mean, there's nothing. If we have nothing to go on. If the tracker's gone, if the truck's fucking gone, we have nothing to go off of. How much supply do we have in here for now?
He points to a single fridge.
Oh, hell.
A mini fridge.
Oh lord.
That's not good.
We don't
Don't you
have
fucking
enough.
blame me for this shit.
We have more population. We have too many vampires for the human population. We are about to face a existential masquerade breach.
I'm so happy that I put a ward on the mill.
Oh,
I'm so happy that I haven't needed to drink once.
lucky fucking bastard.
I keep succeeding, man.
Yeah, fail for once. But I'm
I assume Nicholas, Beck, and I are not in this
No, we're
No,
actually
it's
about
just-
to get you guys
I'm
for a
about to say,
separate
I'm
thing.
No, but
I
this is
feel
over-
like-
that was all Reese out of character
Yeah.
going, oh my god, I'm so fucking happy.
I feel
Yeah.
like this is a great place to end off, but that's just me, I guess. That we just learned this.
One
But
more thing I promised
Fair
to
enough.
establish for Beth, and I'm not going to ignore a promise.
fair enough.
Wait, I thought
As-
it was gonna have to be in storyline, but okay.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Did you say
But if
Beth
I
or
can
Beck?
save it for later if you
Beth.
want. Sorry. Okay. What did you say, Beth? I actually didn't fully hear you.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
As you are waiting, as you guys are hanging out in your manor, you suddenly hear a knock on your door.
Wait, whose manor?
Not manor. You guys are in the mill. You hear a knock on the
Okay.
door.
I was about to say.
Nicholas goes and looks through the little peephole.
Eisen is standing on the other side.
Give me a
One of
moment.
his
I can't
ghouls
hear
standing
anything.
behind him. Eisen is on the other side. Eisen is on the other side. One of his ghouls standing behind him.
I open the door.
Is Leilani here?
Yes. Here. Come in.
He comes in for a moment before going over to Leilani and saying, Miss Alika? Is that how your last name is meant to be pronounced?
Alika.
Alika. Miss Alika? I have some wonderful news for you.
Oh?
As he... Are you sitting or standing?
Oh, she's currently sitting.
He throws a stack of papers into your lap. After various magical, biological, and other tests, it has been determined. Alistair is not your sire.
What?
Or
Huh?
What?
completely your sire.
Hold on. You've been doing tests on me?
Huh?
Nicholas is just giving that, oh, look.
Sorry about it.
Any Tremere
I
look.
got up out of my chair. I'm squatting. I am squatting under my desk.
Fuck, I can't
What do
hear
you
again.
mean?
Now sing, Ryan.
Alistair is in fact your co-sire.
Beth, who did not hear all of that.
He said Alistair could in fact be more so considered your...
Also,
I
it's
don't even know how to
Cornelius,
term this.
not Alistair. Where are you getting that name?
I'm not, that's not his name at all, is it?
No, it's Cornelius.
Sorry,
Then-
Cornelius is your... How do I put this? He's your co-sire.
Hose? What?
I am freaking the hell
You
out.
are a
What?
interesting case. Not something we've dealt with before.
Oh my god.
Give me a second.
Why is
You're
this
weird.
place filled with freaks?
Your,
I take
Why
it
am I one of them?
your other co-sire is... he flips through the papers for you before you land on a name I reused by accident.
Oh, this is gonna be a
Edward Goldman.
Edward.
A lot of Edwards.
Web
The
word.
Bruja Huntsman.
Hold up. How does this happen?
Brewer? That's
Because
just-
I very
he smiles at you
clearly
as he grabs your
remember
shoulder.
Cornelius. I very clearly remember Cornelius.
Well, that's a question you're going to answer for me.
I would. Okay.
And we're gonna end things.
What? I want you to
Good
understand that
question.
when you were like, Cornelius is not your real son, I got out of my chair. I got out of my chair.
That is crazy.
My jaw dropped. My hands, I was gripping my hair, and I was like, I cannot, dude.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to know
Yeah,
more.
that's